In this video, I will explain how to download the data from the Google Sheet to Colab environment to analyze the survey data. In the present environment, as we are not in a position to move physically to collect the data, we mostly use Google Forms to collect the data through online. And now the Google Forms helped us and reduced the manual work to a greater extent to collect the data in survey. And once the survey over, almost all the data what we collected used to saved in the Google Sheet like this way. Okay. So before that, let me share my screen. Like this format. Okay, so the time when the respondent gave the answers, and here it is just a survey data related to our departments. Okay, so the residential area where they are and what are the internet they are using, network speed, and like that. There are many questions we have asked, and all in the column, the first column. Okay, we use this as a column and heading. Okay, and here the data are there. Okay, once you collected the data through Google form, and your data will be can be able to save in the form of Google Sheets. Okay, now we wanted to analyze this Google Sheets for the report writing. Okay, so that nowadays is easy as we have a Colab Python environment. Okay, so how to do that in the Colab Python environment? Begin. Okay, this is a Colab environment. Okay, so you can use a few lines of codes. With the help of that code, you can easy to get the data. You can allow the Colab environment to read the data in Google Sheets. Okay, and then you can convert that data into a data frame, and you can go on as usual, like normal Python environment only. Okay, so here let me to go with a step-by-step process. Here totally we have 6 steps to complete. First, we have to get the authentication, okay, authorization to access the Google Sheet. The second step, we have to download the Google spreadsheet workbook to the Colab. Entire workbook we are going to download, and then the third step, we're going to get the specific sheet in the Google spreadsheet workbook. We may have 4 or 5 sheets. Okay, all that 4 or 5 sheets you can download. Okay, but when you go for an analysis, you have to go with sheet by sheet, one by one sheet. So that specific sheet in which you have the data, okay, data you wanted to analyze, that you can download, that you can get it separately. Okay, and then the fourth step, to read all the data in the sheets, and fifth, convert the data into the data frame. As we initially download the data from the Google Sheet, it used to be in the CSV format. Now we have to convert that into the data frame format by using pandas. Okay, and then now our data at the end, now the data is ready for our analysis. Okay, so that's what these 7 steps we're going to do. So let me start with first step, to get the authorization to access the Google Sheet. Yes, so now I'm in the Colab environment. So we have to type a few lines of coding here from Google .colab import. This is the first line. Okay, from google.colab import AUTH, and authorization dot authenticate underscore user. This is the second line, of course, and the third line, import the S spread. The spread. Okay, actually I have used 2 S, it's only 1. Okay, Google spreadsheet. Okay, that's what this operation of that from AUTH client, C-L-I-E-N-T, client dot C-L-I-E-N-T, client. Okay, so even if you miss a single letter or maybe any spelling mistake also, it will show the error. Okay, Google credential. See, here Google G is a capital letter and credential C also capital. G and C both are capital letters. Credentials. C Google spread dot authorize. Credentials dot get underscore application underscore default. That's it. So you have to just 5 lines of code. When you complete this code, you just run the code by hitting this, by selecting this one. Either hit this black round button, or maybe you can use a control enter. You just hit the control enter, or else. Yes, it will take some time. Depends upon the internet speed. It may take a few more extra minutes also, extra seconds also. Yeah, now you are prompted with a link, okay, to allow the Colab to interact with the Google Sheet. And here you have to enter the verification code. And to get the verification code, just to follow the link which is highlighted with this blue color over here. Okay, you just click the link which is there here. Yes. Now you will be getting a new window where you just click the mail ID, okay, in which your Google Sheet is stored. Okay, the mail ID should be linked with the Google Sheet from where you wanted to collect the data. Yes, you just give the allow. Yes, once you give the permission, and you will be getting the code. Okay, just copy this code. Okay, here itself you will get the instruction. Okay, please read the, sorry, please copy this code, switch to your application and paste it there. Okay, now I just copy this code by using Control C, or maybe by selecting Control C, or here the copy option is there. That also is fine. Okay, you just copy that and go back to the Colab environment, where this is a enter verification code. That is a place where I copy and pasted the, copied the information, that code over here. Now I just enter the, I just hit the enter. Yes, there is no error. Now you will not going to get any notification over there. If any error, you will get the error notification. Now the code is perfect, so there is no error here. Okay, no. So this is supposed to be run as a separate cell. You have to run this in the separate cell. Okay, yes. So now let me go to the next step. Okay, so now we got the authentication. Okay, yes, authorization or the authentication to access the Google Sheet was over. Now we have to download the Google spreadsheet workbook. The entire workbook we have to download. This is a second step. Okay, so let me do the first one. Yes, it's done. It's okay, it's fine. Now we are in the second step, so we have to do the second step. Download the Google Sheet workbook to the Colab. Now to download that data, okay, to the Colab notebook, let me use the object named GC. Okay, actually already here we have given that definition over here. So let me use that GC. Okay, so here I'm giving the name Google Sheet. Okay, you can give any name over here. Okay, if you like to give the survey name or the your research name, okay, or topic name, that is also fine. Okay, but make it as simple as possible, because you wanted to use it one more time. So that time it is very easy for you to type in a few letters. So it's fine to use it as a GS Google Sheet. I'm using as a Google Sheet in the short form. Okay, is GC. It's in the small letter dot open. Okay, this is a function available in the GC. Okay, so open by URL. Okay, so here just by type 1 or 2 letter itself, you will get the options. Is good. Open by URL. Now I have to copy the URL of the sheet from where I just wanted to collect the data. Okay, so here the sheet is there. Let me go to the sheet here, the Google Sheet. Okay, this is a sheet where the data is available. So I wanted to get the data which is available in this particular sheet. So here the URL. Okay, just you select the URL of that sheet and copy the URL and paste the URL here. Okay, so please don't forget to give the inverted comma, single inverted comma. Okay, yes. So now let me to hit the Control Enter. Yes. Now there is no error here. The workbook, entire workbook get downloaded. Okay, so get the access. We can access the entire workbook now. Okay, the second step is also over. Okay, so let me to make it as a done. Yes, it's also done. Let me go to the third step. Okay, here the third step to get the specific seat in the Google spreadsheet workbook. Actually, you may have a lot many seats in the Google workbook. Okay, so if it is a case you wanted to specify which Google spreadsheet supposed to consider for the analysis, or maybe read for the analysis. To give that comment, let me to go to, okay, this is the third step we have to do now. Yes. So yeah. So now we have downloaded the data, sorry, entire workbook. After this, we will use the worksheet function to get the specific seat. Okay. Yes. So now seat. So if you wanted to give any specific name, for example, sales seat, or maybe salary seat, okay, or any name for that matter, okay, you can, or maybe the raw data seat, okay, anything, you can use it here. Seat, yes, GS, okay, that is a name I had given here, so that is the same name I'm using here also. Okay, in the GS is now represents the entire Google Sheet workbook. Okay, from there I have to get the particular sheet, worksheet. Okay, worksheet. Now within the inverted comma, I have to specify the sheet name. Okay, so here what is the sheet name I have? Okay, here form response 1. So let me to copy this entire information here. Okay, the sheet name, form response 1. So I just copy and paste here in the Google Colab environment. Yes. So again I hit the Control Enter. Yes, there is no error. Yes, of course. Now the sheet gets downloaded. Okay, now let me go for the next step. So this get the specific seat in the Google spreadsheet workbook also done. So third step is also done. So we will go to the fourth step. That's what to read all the data in the sheet. Now we command the Colab to read all the data in the that particular sheet. Okay. Yes. Now we can name it as a data. Yes. So for that, I just use get all values function. Okay. Now we need to use sheet. Yes. Dot get. Okay. Here itself you are getting get all records or get all values. Yeah. Here get all values. That's it. Yes. Now the data is in the form data. Okay. Yes. Data is here in the name of data. So let me see what is this data. Yeah, now you got all the data here. Okay, it is in the CSV format. So now you have to convert the CSV format into the data frame. Okay, for analysis, for further analysis. Okay, yes. So let me to go to the new code. Yeah, data frame TF. You can use any name for that matter. Just for a namesake, I'm using TF. So before converting this CSV into data frame, you need to import import pandas as PD. This is a library we are using. Okay, you are much familiar with this library. Okay, yes. Now I am using PD dot data frame. You please to remember D and F in capital letters. Okay, yes. So I'm using data. What is the name I had given here? Data, I think. Yeah. So what is the name? Yeah, data. Okay. So the same name I'm using here also. Data. Yes. Let me see how our DF looks. Now after completing this code, let me to hit Control Enter. Data frame. Some error is there. Okay. What is the error? Okay, let me to first import this pandas PD first. Yes. So go to the next code. Data frame constructor not properly called. Okay, what is the problem over here? Yeah, sorry, I have used a comma here. Yeah, suppose not to, yeah, now it's right. So within the inverted comma you have to use this. Yeah, data frame is equal to PD dot data frame. Okay, then you specify the name of the worksheet from where you have to the data which you wanted to convert into the data frame. Now your data frame is ready. Now you have to convert this line. You see the zeroth observation, zeroth column. Okay, so you know very well that the Python start to count from zero. Okay, this is a zeroth row, and yeah, now you have to make it column headings. Okay, in order to give the column headings. Okay, let me to go for here. You have to introduce the column headings here. So now you have seen what is a data frame. This is how our data frame looks like. Okay, but we need to create the column headings. In order to create the column headings, okay, let me to use columns df columns function. Okay, df dot ns columns equal to df dot ith location. Okay, so which is there in this zero. Okay, so you can see here it is a zeroth location. Our column headings are there. Okay, so let me to call that one over here. Yes, yes, it's fine. So now you will see how the TF looks. Yeah, yes. Now we are getting the column heading, the timestamp, and score, roll number, residential area, and your internet service provider or something like that. Okay, but still we have the same information over here in the data also. So we have to remove this one, this line. In order to remove this particular line, okay, let me to use another code. Okay, another cell. Yeah. Now df is a function of df dot ith location start to read from first. So which will going to ignore the first column, that means 0th column over here. Okay, yes. So this is not going to be available in the next step. Yeah. Now let me see how our DF looks after doing this process. Yes. Now the data frame is completely ready for your analysis. Even now you are seeing that there is no the repetition over here, and it starts from 1 only. Okay. Yeah. The row number starts from 1 only. Okay. Totally 215 observations we have. Yes. So after this, as your data is ready for analysis now, and you can use any analysis from this data. Okay, any type of analysis as you like. You see, let me do a few analysis like descriptive statistics. So now you wanted to read. See, sometimes it maybe looks very lengthy question. You see here, accessibility to online modes, Google Classroom and WhatsApp and Zoom and WebEx and something like that. Okay, so this is a question we asked. Sometimes in your survey you may ask a very lengthy question. You need not to worry and you need not to type all those things. Just you type TF and open the square bracket with then you will automatically going to get this options. So just you wanted to do this. Okay, let me to select, yeah, audio video clarity. Okay, just for an example I'm doing this one. Okay. So now let me to have descriptive statistics or maybe descriptive information. Now I'm using describe. Yeah, that's it. Yes, you see the total count is 214. The total unique members are four. The four different informations are there. Okay, so finally you are getting the clear. Okay, that is the more people specified this one out of 215. Okay, so the clear is the clear winner. Actually, I supposed to say 117. Okay, yes. So let me do some chart also. You can do even charts. Okay, to do the chart or maybe the plotting, you have to import matplot. These libraries are very much familiar to you. Yeah, matplot, pyplot, as PLT. Okay, yes. So after importing this one, okay, let me go to the next cell. Okay, because it's easy for me. PLT dot. We use a histogram. Okay, hist df. Now you will going to get it. Okay. Yeah. So when you give the single inverted comma, okay, you will get this information. Okay. Yeah, this is what we planned. Am I right? Audio, video, clarity. Yes. Okay. Then next. Okay, you can use title. PLT dot title. So what is the title you wanted to go? Okay, audio, video, clarity. Am I right? Audio, video, clarity is over. And then X label, Y label, what are the things you wanted to give? You can give all those labeling and all. So just for saving the time, I'm not going to explain everything over here. Yes. So yes, now you can see that. See, almost 111 were given clear and no voice clarity. Almost 160%. 60 respondents were given, almost 65, almost 65 or 70. Okay, and very clear, very much a low number of people only specified very clear and not at all clear, and of course around 20 respondents were stated not at all clear. Okay, this is how you can analyze the data. Okay, yes. So next you can use even Seaborn also. Okay, without converting these things into the codes. So if you wanted to use it in the Google Sheet itself, or maybe if you wanted to use it in the Excel, then you have to convert all those string variables into the numerical variables. Okay, say for example, clear you have to give 2, and no voice clarity you have to give 1, or very clear you have to give 3, like that you have to convert it, and then only you have to go for analysis. Okay, and then when you come for doing all these things, again you have to do one more thing. Okay, so those things are not needed over here. Yes. So import Seaborn as SNS. Okay, yes. So plt dot figure f size. Here I am specifying the size of my size of this size. Okay, figure size. Ten comma 10. Okay, that will be 10 comma 10. Okay, yes. SNS dot scatter plot. If you don't have idea about what to do, okay, just you can click control, just to keep your pointer here, control tab. Okay, you will going to get the suggestions. Right now we don't have any suggestions. See, for example, if you wanted to give here, okay, you may have some suggestions. Okay, so something like this. Okay, yes, scatter plot also you will get it. Yeah, now we don't have any suggestions. Control tab, if you are keeping the control tab here, and you will get the suggestions over here. Okay, I'm not going here. Okay, let me to go with x is okay. Daily data package available, audio video clarity. Okay, let me go with the audio video clarity as an Excel in the x-axis, and in the y-axis let me to use df your internet service provider. Yeah, that is fine. Okay, next let me to go with comma. You have to give the comma or else it will not be considered. Okay, HUE is df problems faced during the online class. Yeah, so now you can go for a plot title. You can use the plot title if you like. Okay, just writing a title and plt dot x label. Okay, x label. Okay, let me to use it as an x, and y label. Y label. Now I'm using just for an example, so I'm just using y. And finally you can show the plot. Hope we were going to get the answer. Yes, so this is what the answer we are getting. Okay, yes, problem faced during the yeah. It's an X label and this is a Y label. Okay, maybe it looks like completely different. Yes. Oh, oh. We'll get some idea about here. Yes. See, this is how you will get the data. So, okay, how many are using Y BSNL data and Geo network, and how many are telling yes or no? All those things you can get it. Okay. Yes. Just I'm changing to make the data even more beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So here I have very limited number of observations, so that I'm getting the data is not looks very nice. Yeah, now it may be a bit okay to some extent. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is the title of the chart, and you will get the audio video clarity. Okay, so how many of them? Okay, see, audio was breaking up. Okay, that means one person, there are some people specified who is using Airtel, also specified that the audio clarity is not there, very clear. Okay, who specified the very clear? Yeah, voice break. Okay, those who are using Airtel, okay, specified voice break, but whereas they are telling on the other side, yes, of course, very clear also. And the people, those who are using Geo, okay, no problem found. Okay, in BSNL and Airtel, they found no problem. Okay, or maybe the all of the above. Okay, whereas in Airtel there are some guys who face the all the problem were specified here. Okay, so whereas in Geo and BSNL, none of the respondents have found all the problems over stated, what are the things stated over here. So this is what this scatter plot tells us. So like this, you can go for a very beautiful analysis also. Okay, yes. So thank you guys. Now let me do